Hello again, YouTube. We're in Camden, New Jersey. Here to put a machine in service. KBR925 regulator. Getting a lot of in-services this year. This one, a little bit different from some of the others. This is not like the last 925. Engine fires up. So, this is a little different. It's got, we call them tomahawk extenders or blade extenders. This can rotate down and give you a longer plow blade. Same ballast wing as the rest of the machines we do. Same 2 fuel tanks. Same engine, same everything. Same def tank. I know, yuck. Same Broom. Made by HWI. Basically, same machine all the way around. This one is for ConRail. It's a pretty decent machine though. Let's go around the other side, we'll turn it on and get it started up. Start the day, check the oil. Full. Check the coolant. These things are tight when they're new. Hang on, I'll come back to these 2 hands to open and close it. You can see it right in there. Full. There, it's tight now. Cover back on it. Fair warning, loud noise, low air buzzer is going to come on. I'm going to turn the key on. Okay. Oh, that's up. We're in neutral. This has changed since the last time you looked. We use this little bitty gear shifter now instead of full size one. Okay. So tilt the wing in, pick the wing up, look down here, right wing unlock, look down. Lock and unlock. unlock. Zoom on this one too, a little less glare. See the little red hole? Lock, unlock. Drop wing down, put on ground, pick up plow. Lock plow. Drop on. No, just unlocked it. Would have it locked on the ground. Drop, lock it, drop it on locks. Just come over here. Just lift the deflector up. Turn the key back on, push this in, enable our turntable. So I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. Got nobody else walking, so why not? Let's move this so it doesn't break something. Slide it up against the chair. But Railroad Tech Rep, why are you gonna slide that against that chair? What difference does it make where it is? Well, I'll tell you why. Rolling the cab over. They did get an upgraded broom reel, although they'll probably never use it here. So this broom reel is set up for, you loosen these bolts and this whole plate slides out, and it's like every other set on the reel. So that concrete ties that are concave in the middle and then come back up, it'll sweep out that middle section. Here we are. It's transmission. I think if you watch some of my previous videos, you'll see that a little more up close, outside. Junction blocks. Run down the frame. I'll plug up right here. Runs up. Some of that runs under the seat. Some of that loops and goes under there inside the cab. Junction blocks control the valve banks. Valve banks. Emergency pump, Broom reversal valve, which is probably our most common fail point on these machines. I don't even like how that wires run. Why is it like that? Oh, that's tight. That's not good. There, that's less tight. There, that's better. Full tank of fuel. You have to check these with it running, but I mean, I'll let you see the dipstick just for fun. Pick it up, you can see the fluid level is way above full. It's up near the check mark here. Full is way down there. Turntable cylinders. Turntable. Wires go to the limit switch. Let's see if I can find that limit switch. Oh, there's a drive shaft coming out of the transmission. Then you have your turntable up limit switch. Alright. Let me go to the other side. See it on the other side. It's pretty close. replenishment pump. Take same as before, you drop the hose in the bucket, you pump this back and forth. There's your turntable lock, the limit switch on the lock itself, and the limit switch on the turntable, which is, can't get my eyes on it. Where is it? Maybe this one doesn't have one. Maybe this one I can't find it. Nope, here it is. Nope, that's not it. This one unlocked. There it is. Limit switch for the turntable. Crossover valves for the fuel tanks. If you watch one of my last videos, you'll see where I had to tighten down the U-bolts on the drivetrain, on the suspension. Notice that they made some changes. Started marking that they tightened stuff down now. So, contacted the factory and they started doing their extra checks and extra parts. So that worked out. We do make improvements. These are your test ports. Follow them around. See, each one goes to its respective pump to the source. So this block here is a flow divider, which controls flow to AC and oil cooler. Oh look, we got passenger trains going by. Oh, I missed it. It's gone now. Anyway, propel, follow this one. This goes into a dual check valve because it's got forward and reverse going into one gauge port. Control here. No, this is Broom, sorry, Broom. So if you follow this one around, it goes down, connects to your Broom reversal valve. Control, just follow it down and around. It comes over here to the control pump. And charge. Charge is what's used to move propel. Charge, you follow it down, it goes right there where that filter is, because that is a charge pump filter. So charge pump is this like internal pump that's used to move a bigger flow or a higher rate of flow. So that charge pump runs about 320 to 350 psi to move 5,000 psi. So kind of like a relay, but in hydraulics. Because that is what's called a closed circuit system. In other words, it flows out into the motor and from the motor back into the pump. It doesn't return to the tank like the rest of the system does. See, like if you follow your chart, your control pressure stuff, you follow this stuff down. Oh, we got another train going by. Yeah. So you follow it down, comes over here to your valve banks. It loops around and comes behind here, comes into your main valve bank. You have what's your P port for pressure and T for tank. So pressure comes in here, splits the flow, some goes through here and some comes up here. And then your tank comes off of here. And if you notice, your tank comes over to the other valve bank. Let me get around here to the other side and I'll show you. And it joins the tank from the first valve bank. And this one, the pressure flows in here and the tank flows out here. If you'll notice, it comes off of here and returns to the tank. That is an open loop system, meaning it returns to tank. And then it pulls suction from this huge suction line back in. Whereas in a closed loop circuit, there's no return. There is a case drain, which takes unused fluid and returns it back to tank, but that's different. That's any fluid that doesn't pass by the vanes or the axial pump, any of that stuff. All that's pushed back to the tank. It's like an overflow. But everything that's used is circulated within that system. This is an open loop system, meaning whatever is not used is returned to tank, and then once it is used, it's returned to tank. Okay. So the way these work is, move this out of the way. Essentially, it works like this. You have your pressure line, it flows in and it flows out of the tank line. This has a maximum of about 2,500 PSI, and it just kind of flows through and out, and it bypasses until you need pressure. And when you need pressure, there's like a little 200, 300 PSI system that runs all the way through the valve bank to the end, comes back up, and when it needs it, that little low pressure system will close a shuttle valve, and it basically blocks it from here to here and makes it flow through the valve bank and come back up to the tank side and then return to tank, so that it can use the pressure when necessary. And when it's not necessary, it's not just running under max pressure all day under a bind. It only runs under like 200-300 PSI because it's just flowing back to tank. And if you come back here on the back side again, you can see that these valve banks run, oh no, it's on the back side. Let me get on the other side of the machine, I'll show you. Runs from the, it's called the LX to LS port. So you have this little short hose here that runs out of the end of this block and runs into the inlet block on this one. Oh, that is loud. Train just going by, making all that noise. Sorry about the noise. So anyway, this is the LS to LX port. What this does is it takes that little 300 PSI system off this one and it combines it with this one, so that if you close the loop on the second valve bank, it also closes the loop on the first valve bank. That way they share whatever is the lowest setting on a pressure relief valve. Because there's a pressure relief valve in between these two right here. Let me see if I can get it over. Let me see if I can. Let me climb up here. I'll put hands on it so you can see it. So, right inside here. It's weird that they actually covered it. But yeah, right inside here is a pressure relief valve. Just pop this cover off. This is plastic. Keep dirt and dust from getting in there. And you set the pressure relief valve. And then you also have to set the pressure relief valve on this valve bank as well. It's in the same spot. I think they left the cap off of this one so you can actually see down in there. Just take an Allen wrench and adjust it. And you set them both as close to the same setting as you can so that it doesn't hurt anything. But whichever one is set to the lowest is the one that will relieve the pressure. And that is the purpose of this. This is to keep them both working at the same pace. So then you got your little junction blocks. It goes to all the controls. This is your air bank, all your pneumatic stuff. There's two of them. One over here controls all the locks. This one over here controls your e-stop and your horn. That kind of stuff. And your flow divider that I was showing you earlier, one side of it goes into your AC, and one side of it flows through the cooler and the fan at the same time. And then you got your re-rail valve, just like on the other machines. The underside of the valve looks like. These are reversible. So if you're working in wood ties like this, you use these. And when you're in cement ties, or if you're in wood ties with pandrel clips, let me see if I can find one. I don't have any here. I'll find some in a little bit. I'll show you what a pandrel clip is. Then you flip it over. You just take this side and put it on this side, and this side and put it on this side. And you flip it over, and then this will be on the bottom, so you have more space. And then you adjust this plate up and down to get as close to the rail as you can. And that's the foot. It just kind of rides right on top of the ties. This is for towing. Put a tow bar on the machine in front of you. Tow it. Store tools and other fluids and stuff in here if you need to. So one thing that's a little bit different between this 925 and the 940s that you've been looking at is wing locks, or plow blade locks, excuse me, not wing locks, plow blade locks. It locks them fully out and fully in. You're not supposed to run them in between because these cylinders don't have locking valves and they're much less beefy. For 940, they're a lot beefier because they stay in position a little better. And then when we get ready to let it down, let's see, looks like it hasn't bled off yet, but let's pick it back up just in case. Yeah, bled down that much just in the, 10-15 minutes I've been out here talking? But that's normal, it's supposed to bleed down. They're not locking valves, it's not gonna hurt it. That's the reason for the locks on the cylinders, protect you. Don't ever crawl under the things like that without the locks in place. I guess we walk back around with, look at this. It's a switch blower. Uses kerosene, melts snow and ice and switches. Kind of cool. Pretty loud. I couldn't possibly get that one on video. Unless I was like in a car, so you couldn't hear it so much. Anyway, come back around here. Oh, we don't have to hit anything on the E-pump. This will just hit cab down. Just drops down. And boop, down she goes. There you have it. It's a KBR925 with articulating cylinders on the doors, articulating wings. I'll show you what an articulating wing looks like. So, box didn't slide around while I was up in the air with it, so it didn't break anything. Come back over here. And pull this up. So you pick up your left wing. Let's open the door. Articulating wings, they're right hand controlled on the left wing so that you can have both hands on the wing control at the same time. So on these that don't have the automatic wing store, you pick your wing up, you pull it all the way in. If it's telescoped out, you pull it all the way in. You close your doors yourself. You tilt it all the way in. And then you watch this cylinder here. You tilt it back out until it's about 2-3 inches showing. So that when you raise it, it comes up and it, whoop, I'm not very straight. Tilt it back where it was. That way when you raise it, if I can keep it straight this time, it comes up and it doesn't come anywhere near the cab. It doesn't make contact with this little foot. You don't have to hit that foot. That foot is there to protect the machine, not as a guide. And then you just lock it. That one's no lock. And we'll do the right one the same way. Pick it up, tilt it in, make sure it's sucked all the way down in the telescope, tilt it out a little bit, and pick it straight up. And again, not hitting the foot. And then we just lock it. And well, this particular customer likes to wink the plow to be left on the ground, so we'll pick that up, put it on the ground. There you go. And then we'll drop the deflector back down. And there you have it. And that, my friends, is a KBR925 ballast regulator. I appreciate you watching my video. If you liked it, let me know by hitting that like button. And if you didn't, let me know. Leave me a comment. If there's something else you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. And if you feel especially thankful for watching my videos, hit that subscribe button. And as always, have a safe day.